Come, my brothers, the ranking is upon us. There is nothing you can do. The time is now. Let us repent and rank. Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're well. 12 different cheap clone fragrances today. Not just cheap, ultra cheap. What is ultra cheap, you may ask? Well, I'm talking sub 20 bucks. Sometimes like 15. Look, at this price point, just smelling decent is an accomplishment. Because like, realistically, how inexpensive does the fragrance have to be for the company to be able to make money at that price point? I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Game Night, but it reminds me of that. I forget exactly what was said, but it's essentially, how can that possibly be profitable for Frito-Lay? Where it's like, buy one bag of chips, get 3 free or something like that. Same thing there. It's like, how can this possibly be profitable?
Yep. How can that be profitable for Frito-Lay?
These corporations, I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, you two enjoy each other.
All of these are gonna be linked in the description in the order in which I have ranked them. Let's begin. First off, Sapple. This one, Elixir Fusion. Kind of an interesting glass bottle. You know what it reminds me of a little bit? Restaurants decades ago, they used to have like the glass tiles like on the outside of the restaurant. Kind of like that, right? Like you could get a lot of these and put them next to each other and it'd be like a glass tile wall. Yeah, really getting that imagery home. Truth be told, this doesn't smell bad. The reason it's all the way down here is because it is ultra feminine and I just would never wear it. That's my own fault because I'm the one that picked it up, so that's on me. It is a clone of Love Don't Be Shy from by Kilian. And actually, in terms of quality, it's pretty good. It's just that fragrance, if you're familiar with it, is very sweet. Like I said, very feminine. A little gourmand touch to it as well, like almost syrupy sweet. Whole bunch of vanilla in there, sugar, floral notes, yeah. So for me, I don't wanna wear it. It's going down here. But if you really like that fragrance or you know your girlfriend or your wife, your mom or somebody you know really likes it, that is a really good, inexpensive version of the scent. Just, you know, yeah, I don't want to smell like that, bro. Next up in this ranking of doom, Sapple's Ombre Smoky Quartz. Yeah, these are actually all Sapple fragrances because they're friggin' cheap. You're gonna be seeing a lot of Sapple today. Some of the ones that I've had for years and other ones that I picked up in a recent mega haul. And some of these fragrances I've never talked about on this channel before, like this one. Other ones I have. So just kind of a mix of different fragrances. So Ombre Smoky Quartz. This one right here is a Tobacco Vanille clone. And it's actually very well done, but it's not exactly in that style that I like. So let me explain. This one smells similar to a pretty popular fragrance actually called Ceruto Tobacco Vanille. Yeah, I mean, they really just kind of stole the name for that one, but the bottle looks totally different. So this smells like Ceruto Tobacco Vanille to me in a lot of ways. And that one also is a clone of Tobacco Vanille by, of course, Tom Ford. And actually, Ceruto Tobacco Vanille is a little bit pricier than this as well. That one I think usually around 22 to 25. This one is like straight up 20. And one other thing, this one is absolutely, to my taste, better than Ceruto Tobacco Vanille. Actually, it's not close. This one is stronger, the quality is higher. So if you're a fan of that one and you were like, oh, you know, the performance here sucks, but I like the fragrance, check this out. So it's not that this smells bad, but everything else above it just speaks to me a little bit more. Cheeky Cherry Oud is the next fragrance. And the reason this one is down here is kind of the same reason this one is, just feminine. It is a clone of Guerlain's Cherry Oud. So if you're familiar with that fragrance, that's what this one is. I mean, it's pretty close to the same name. They just threw cheeky in there and they were like, haha, they'll never know. So like I said, feminine, a little bit playful. It does have a nice cherry note in there, but it must take its spot here. Followed up by Naughty Vanilla Oud. You can see the similarity here. This one's cheeky, this one is naughty. And this one right here is Bianco Latte. And actually, I would say there's like a little gap, like right here. So I'd say this one, small gap, this one kind of with this one, little gap, this one, if that makes sense. Kind of like if we're tier listing it out, that's the tiers that these would be in. So this one is Bianco Latte, obviously very vanilla forward, sweet, a little bit powdery, feminine leaning, of course. Quality pretty good though, especially for the price point. Smells nice. Just not something I particularly want to wear myself. Some of the fragrances coming up are insane for the price. Like as we get up toward the top, they are fan-freaking-tastic. To the point I almost bit my lip off just now thinking about it. Actually, I already own them, so I'm not that hyped about the price in the sense that I already own it, but if I didn't, I would be hyped. But before we jump into the next fragrance, codes. And you can find these fragrances where I found them, at JOMASHOP, and also some of the other discounters as well. So be aware of those codes, my friends. The JOMASHOP ones only work within the app. The Gift Express ones have changed. Make sure you take a read there. They're unlimited use now. And then the perfume box and many other codes will save you some cash. The next fragrance, Yummy Pistachio Oud. Yes, it's in the same bottle style again. Yes, it is. This one's green though, which is pretty cool. And it's probably fairly obvious to you what this smells similar to, right? I mean, pistachio, this green color, the whole thing. Yummy Pistachio Oud? Yeah, Yum Pistachio Gelato. These names, they just top notch, baby. So I just kind of like this one a little bit more than the last two, feminine leaning scents. And after this, it goes straight up into the masculine fragrances. Scooped all three of these, and then it's like, oh, all three are for the ladies. Nice. This is really pleasant though. Obviously, gonna be a little bit sweet, creamy. Has that ice cream kind of vibe to it as well. It's well done. Okay, now finally full on into the masculine scents with this one, Rave For Men. And this may be one that you have seen possibly at like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross's, TK Maxx if you're overseas. Because if memory serves me, I picked it up there. Either that or it was like a long time ago in an order and I just tossed it in. Because this one is like, I think $14 some places. It's essentially as cheap as you're ever gonna find a functioning fragrance. And it's a clone of Dior's Sauvage, which means it could also remind you a little bit of Luna Rossa Carbon. So hearing that, you may not think it's the most exciting fragrance on earth to be cloned or duped or inspired by, but it does function really well as a day-to-day versatile fragrance like you would expect. And for the price, it's surprisingly well done. Like the performance is okay, the aromatic aspects from Sauvage are done decently well. It's got that fresh spiciness, that little bit of ambroxan coming through. It's not the type of scent that's gonna blow you away, make your mind explode or anything like that, because again, it smells like Sauvage. But for the price point, well done. The next up in this ranking, Bound. Yes, Bound. This one is, I think, the first one from Sapple I ever bought. So I've had this one for quite a long time. Actually, there's a sticker on the back that tries to look like stitching. It's just a sticker. I've always thought that was kind of funny. But I reviewed this one back in the day. Whenever I got this, I reviewed it and I picked it up from a discounter. I don't remember which one at this point. And it smells like Code Profumo. Yeah, this is like the first Code Profumo resurrection. Because nowadays, Code Eau de Parfum smells pretty similar to what Code Profumo used to smell like, but there was a time in the dark ages where Code Profumo was discontinued, pretty hard to find, and then this one came out and gave us an alternative on the cheap that smelled pretty close. And for the price point, this really is one of the best things you could possibly get. It's like $14.99 some places at some discounters. It's hard to get like a McDonald's combo at this point for that price. That's actually depressing, especially if you DoorDash. If you DoorDash, it's gonna be way more than that. In terms of notes, this one has cardamom, citrus, amber, orange blossom tonka, lavender leather. The performance is actually pretty good here. So it's not the type of scent that's gonna wash off in 10 seconds. It's just really, really, really well done. But some of the ones that I've picked up more recently, I do like a little bit more. That being said, because I knew this was a safe bet, I did place an order for an extra. And also I've had this for a minute and I want to give it away as well. So I'm gonna toss that in. This is Swiss Arabian Oud Aswad. Chug off Oud Aswad. I don't sound natural saying that, do I? So we'll do that giveaway later. For now, the next fragrance, which is gonna be this one right here, Royale Oud. So looking down, trying to find the tester strip. I like the bottle design here. Reminds me a little of Guerlain, like they're kind of doing a riff on that style. This one is really well done. It is Oud for greatness. Also a little better atomizer on there. You see that? Yeah, it's a little nicer. And you can tell immediately this is Oud for Greatness as soon as you spray it on, just the way that Oud hits your nose, that type of sweetness that it has. Really good quality, great for fall and winter time. That saffron cuts through quite clearly. Well done, just inside the top 5 with this one. And then number 4 is its bottle mate, Royale Flare. I think there's another one of these that I didn't pick up that's in a similar bottle style, and I'm completely forgetting what the name of that one is. If there is, it's right there, Royale with cheese. So Royale Flare, this one right here is Ganymede. Yes, Ganymede. I like that. I've always been a pretty big fan of Ganymede. I know some people aren't, like some people are not a fan of that mineral kind of leather vibe that it has, but I think it smells great. I actually went ahead and purchased that as soon as I smelled it, and a lot of the clones that have come out have been really, really good too. So this one obviously has that minerality, kind of smells like water rushing over slate stones or something, and then it has a little bit of a floral aspect to it as well. Super versatile, easy to wear, good quality. And another one just like this one that if you're familiar with the fragrance it's similar to, as soon as you spray it on, you know what it is. And the quality is really, really good with both of those. Fantastic stuff. Now I gotta tell you, number 3, I should not like, okay? I should not enjoy it like I do. I fully am aware that it's the type of fragrance that people will smell and scoff at. You know, Grey Poupon, put your pinkies up, get yourself a little champagne poured and go like, haha, garbage, trash for the peasants. Let the peasants have it, losers. Bring me more beluga caviar. It is Sapple's Intense for Men. So this fragrance is pretty strong, actually. The more I've smelled this and the few times I've worn it, it's got some push. Even though it's an eau de toilette and it's super cheap. It is similar to Azzaro's Wanted. Yes, that means it's also gonna remind you of Invictus. Places online, you can find it 15, 16 bucks. And for how much you pay, it slaps. Like, it's just good. Is it bubblegummy? Yes. Yes, it is. Is it loud? Yes. Yes, it is. It's strong. It fills up a room. It gets you noticed. It's dirt cheap. It's just a blast of sweet bubblegum freshness. That's what it is. And I just gotta say, fragrances like Nitro Red, super popular, and for good reason. Inexpensive, versatility, compliment factor, we know the drill. But this is not that far removed from like what that fragrance is doing, only way cheaper. So Intense, I like it. God help me, I like it. Number 2 spot, Ombre Flame Aura. So yeah, this one way up here and this one, sadly down here. And again, this one is actually, you could think of it like a pumped up, better, higher quality version of Charuto Tobacco Vanille for cheaper. That's essentially what this is. So a Tobacco Vanille type scent, and I know a lot of people would absolutely love that, but you know. This one is keeping with the Tom Ford thing, which I guess maybe bottles in this style equals Tom Ford. But this one is Oud Wood, and to me, it is way closer to straight up Oud Wood, comparatively speaking. I mean, yeah. So it's gonna give you that sweet, spicy, dark woodiness, classy, sophisticated, sexy, smells way more expensive than the price paid. So I know that maybe it's not like the hottest thing nowadays to have like Tom Ford private blend clones because they've been out for a minute, but if you are on a budget, you want something that smells like Oud Wood, this stuff is killer. And I also like the gradient. It's not bad. Magnetic cap would really take this up a notch. And in first place, this one right here just absolutely steals the show. Like, this stuff is great. It's Ombre Turquoise, and this one is Ombre Leather. This is really, really good. It's gonna give you that sweet aspect that Ombre Leather has. It's smooth, extremely wearable. I know there are a few other Ombre Leather alternatives out there. This one just as good. Like, this stuff is top notch. As soon as I sprayed this on the first time, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the best of the whole bunch. And to me it is. Yeah, it's just really, really, really good. Solid quality, solid performance, big compliment factor, smooth, well blended, nothing sticks out, just extremely well done. So of all these crazy cheap fragrances, some that I've owned for years, some that I've picked up more recently, this is how I would rank them out. So we're talking some of the absolute cheapest, most inexpensive clones that you can find today. And the real top tier here is basically these. Like these right here, from Bound on down, these are absolutely stunning. And I would say these down here, while I don't like them anywhere near as much as these over here, they're also really solid in their own way. Like this one as an inexpensive, versatile day-to-day fragrance in the style of Sauvage. This one in that Charuto style of Tobacco Vanille clone that's a little bit more like spice forward, kind of punches you a little bit, but better than that one, higher quality, better performance. And then these ones are, honestly, they're just feminine leaning, so I don't really want to wear them. And I would say these three, they're here together, and really you could just rearrange these around and I wouldn't care that much. But I don't want to wear you ever. So there we go, guys. These are the fragrances. This is the ranking, the giveaway. So bound, it's still sealed, and then the Swiss Arabian thrown in there as well. Here are the rules. You know the rules of the road. Let me know your favorite cheap clone fragrance, whatever it may be. Good luck with that giveaway. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.